Welcome to Awaken You Healing Center. I am Shelly, the Healing Yoga, and this practice is geared towards our Vishuddha chakra, our throat chakra. And if you notice, a great color that you can wear to help invite healing through this energy center is blue. Blue is the healing color for our throat chakra. And even just with the intention, sometimes I like to call on that powerful color of the sky, the powerful blue of the ocean. Our Vishuddha chakra is our space of ultimate communication. And a lot of times when we have blockages, imbalances within this throat space, which does not just originate here, it's this energy body around us, we have a hard time speaking our truth. Or when we're in these really hard situations, you can get that frog in your throat, that clearing, or it hurts, and then we manifest sore throats, thyroid problems, all of these different problems that can manifest within our physical throats that then latch onto these energy centers. And a lot of us hold the weight and stress in our neck, right? So these neck issues come when we're having these energy blockages. So with this beautiful practice geared towards your Vishuddha chakra, that today we're going to find movement within the throat, the physical throat. We're also going to find voice that is our healing communication through the tongue, through the throat, through those vibrational healing sources within your throat. And so join me, my beautiful friends, on a mat, and you can find yourself in a comfortable seated posture right here on your mat. So I do have a nice meditation cushion and my hips are tilted a little bit forward. So allow your humanness here and rock yourself back and forth a little bit. We're going to begin with that breath, that ujjayi, that constricting throat breath. So if you've practiced or have not before, this is this breath where we keep it in this upper chest region. So the breath is going to come in through the nose and then, and if it feels good for you, with this throat practice, we're actually going to exhale the jaw. Sometimes if you've practiced this ujjayi pranayama, you would constrict and keep the breath through the nose. Since this is geared towards our throat chakra, we're going to be bringing this healing element into the breath. So keeping that breath in, up high in the upper chest. Exhale it out. Bringing it in. Exhaling it out. And as we begin this practice, keep flowing with your breath as it comes in. In this upper chest region, exhale. And here is where you might notice some of that discomfort as you bring that breath in. Maybe you'll feel that discomfort in the neck. So with me, join and just start rubbing your neck. Oh, maybe right away you can feel goosebumps as you keep bringing that breath in. And exhale. Here we bring love and awareness to this physical neck, this space, and maybe it's just this slow motion of rocking side to side and really just placing and pinching the fingertips together and giving yourself a massage. Often we hold the weight of the world on our shoulders, in our neck, and we might not be taking care of ourselves. That's why we're here. We're here to practice self-care. We're here with the practice of yoga. We're here with the practice and the intention of healing. So here we set the intention to help heal, to help balance and clear this energy center. And just intuitively rub your neck. Maybe allow the neck to drape forward a little bit, and maybe adding some of these finger typing, finger keyboarding to your neck as you bring that breath in. Exhaling it out. And our space of communication also involves our space of hearing. So often when this throat center gets blocked and clogged and we get these physical ailments and manifestations, it could also be because we're not listening. We're always projecting our ego and what we say. And here it's time for us to have this inner listening. So together, let us inhale, raise your heart up. And this is this beautiful part of that long ago, the heart and the throat were known as one because they're so connected. And when we can reach into our heart, we can bring it in through our throat and speak our truth. From here, we're going to bring the left hand to the back of the head with a big inhale, rise up. Exhale, you're going to melt the chin towards the front of the body, breathing that Ujjayi pranayama into the back of that throat. Really imagining almost like this beautiful blue open portal space in the back of the neck. Exhaling it out. Breathing into the discomfort in the cervical vertebrae. Letting it go. Inhaling to center and to find balance in the body. We're going to reach with the right side body. Exhale, tilting the head forward. And in yoga, it is this constant, is this union, this joining. And we have our feminine and our masculine energies. And when we do postures on both sides of our body, we are inviting that mixing, that merging, that blending of the energy centers as we bring that breath in. Exhale it out. Inhale back to center. And you can take that right hand and you can place it firmly on the earth, or if it's feeling good to kickstand or maybe do a kind of like a little punch fist, or if you have a block or an extra pillow, you can put that there for a little prop here. And then we're going to take that left hand, we're going to reach over that left ear, we're going to exhale the ear towards the left body, and we're going to breathe into that side of the neck. Exhale it away. Breathing that healing breath in, that healing color of blue of the sky and the ocean in. Exhaling it out. And this is one of those stretches that can feel wonderful or really uncomfortable. And right now there's this huge planetary shift. And instead of feeling comfortable and cozy, the planets' alignments are actually creating this sense of unease and discomfort. And remembering, my beautiful friends, that discomfort is a space of growth, the space of healing. Inhaling that breath in. Exhaling, you can gently kind of correct yourself, bring yourself back to neutral. You can roll out your wrist of your left hand. You can float that hand down to earth flat. You can post up. You can make a fist. You can grab that prop, whatever feels good for you. Kind of finding that space between too much and not enough. With the palms kind of facing at a 45-degree angle, which with what feels good for you. Floating that opposite arm up, the opposite ear, and then exhale to the right. Bringing that breath that expands through the right side of the neck and allowing that contraction of the left of the neck. Really focusing on that Ujjayi breath. Some call this the ocean breath. So if we can invite the healing energy of the ocean here. Let it go. Beautiful. Breathe it in. Exhale it down. Inhale back to center. Here we'll take a moment. Inhale the shoulders up towards the neck. Feel what that feels like as you feel tense and tight, that we do many, many times in the day. Exhale, move the shoulders away. And here just take an intuitive moment, an intuitive spiraling of the nose. As our heart is open in the front, our shoulder blades are squeezed together. We're locking that base lock, that root lock, which is that hugging everything in. We're zipping up to the belly, all the way up to that chin lock, activating as we bring our awareness to that throat chakra. And just really taking a moment, if you have a lot of soreness or a lot of resistance in the space, taking the spiral and growing it bigger and bigger. I really invite you to close your eyes here and spiral. And perhaps if you can, maybe you can spiral so big that the ear falls to the shoulders, the back of the body, opposite shoulder, and all the way to the front. Almost like you're creating this huge spiral around. And maybe if you're having a really tight, ouchy spot, stay there for a minute. Breathe that breath. Bring that healing blue color in. Exhale down and around. One last big full rotation, full cycle of breath. Again, maybe, in that really icky, tight, yucky spot. Breathe love, breathe healing. Exhale back to center, my lovely friends. And then going in the opposite direction. So it's funny because my body is feeling like I just did that side, which I did. So go the opposite direction of which you went. So that's just this beautiful spiral with the nose, bringing the awareness to the throat chakra, really opening and expanding the spaces within the energetic space of the chakra and the physical space, which is the throat and our communication, or sometimes it's lack thereof. Sometimes the communication can be more of this passive aggressive ego-based communication. And the only way we're going to help heal this energy center, bring balance here, is to speak from that heart space that is innately linked to your heart. And once again, once you get big, go down to the chest, all the way to the right ear, tip the chin up, maybe in that ouchy spot, around to the shoulder and forward. And really taking this at your own pace. Perhaps if closing your eyes is feeling out of your reach today in this practice, that you could find a drishti, a still visual point here. Last full cycle, big ujjayi breath. Melt the jaw. Coming back to center. When it comes to this throat space, where does the sound come from? Our jaw. So with this, we're going to notice, right, our jaw is tense and tight. When we close it tight, tense and tight, squeeze it in. Now here we're going to force ourselves, make ourselves relax. And as we relax, we're going to exhale the jaw and open wide as you can. And perhaps you can also allow the tongue to fold forward. Breathe it in. So maybe here, hold it in, tight, clench. Exhale, roll the shoulders back, open the heart, open the jaw. Really feel it. Maybe you can crick the jaw back and forth. Get weird with me. Don't worry about what you look like. This is all for the highest good of you. So breathe that breath in. Shoulders go up, down, open. Open that jaw a little bit further, a little millimeter hair bigger. I'll let that tongue melt open. Maybe give a little a wag. Think of a dog who's like panting and let that go. Last one. Breathe in and roll the shoulders up. Exhale. Beautiful, beautiful work here, my lovely friends. From here, we're going to inhale, reaching that left arm up high. We're going to shoot the fingertips down and away. If this is not feeling in your practice, the fingers can go off to a side. And with the other hand, you're just going to reach down with the hand, however it's feeling good for you. And you're going to inhale, tip up and back, that Vishuddha chakra, the throat, the neck space. Breathe that breath and get the stretch that runs deep all the way down into the fingertips. Maybe melt that jaw with that Simhasana, lion's breath. Big expansive breath rises up the soles of the feet here and shoots all the way through the throat. Inhale, raise maybe both arms. Roll out the wrists for a minute. Shake it out. That right hand reaches down. So hands, fingertips down, fingertips to the side. Other hand is just your little helper here. As we inhale, tip back. Exhale, let that jaw melt away. Allow the tongue to go down. Roll the eyes up to the third eye. Get a little expression, a little animalistic in that Vishuddha chakra. Breathe it in. Let it go. Beautiful. Maybe maybe that's been a little wonky. You're breathing that breath in here. My beautiful soul friends. From here, just take a moment and tune in to your neck and your throat. So we're going to take little circles. And so we're starting from the hips and then moving with the shoulders and allowing the chin to guide the way too. So almost like we're getting this roundhouse and really feeling into the spine that connects all the way to the neck. So our communication isn't just here, it's linked. Just like all of our energy centers, we're linked. Full rotation. Lead with your nose, lead with your chin. And then allow the back of your head and your ear to, feel what that feels like. Pause in the center, reverse opposite direction. Let that chin, back of the throat. Here maybe like a string is pulling the side of the throat, front of the throat, and back. Almost like we're creating the center of our own universe. The circle is one of the most powerful symbols because it doesn't begin nor does it end. It is just a cycle, just like our Vishuddha chakra. Beautiful. Coming back to center, my lovelies here. We're going to pause for a moment and we're going to mantra together, the Bija mantra that helps heal this energy space. So find yourself in that comfortable seat. Our Bija mantra is hum. So together, we are going to mantra 5 times, hum. So you can find that drishti, that still point, breathe it in. Exhale, pausing for a moment. Wonderful. These mantras are healing at this vibrational level. So when we mantra, especially this Bija mantra, that is, Bija means seed, it is the root of the throat chakra, we help heal. So bringing this mantra with you today. So moving on to our next asana for our Vishuddha chakra, we're going to need some blankets and our yoga mat. So if you do not have a blanket, you can grab one. You can pause this real quick. If you are in your living room or your bedroom, wherever you are, you can grab a blanket. And I want you to fold your blanket like with care. How you would fold a blanket if you had special company coming, if you were presenting it to someone that you love very much so. And so from here, we're going to be moving into our plow posture or our legs up the wall. So 2 different variations here that we're going to offer for the body, just depending on where we are at. So our first posture is going to be the legs up the wall. And so how we find this lovely posture is we have our blanket and we want to make sure that it's as wide as our hips are. So I have a pretty thicky blanket. And we're going to bring this blanket over to a wall. And so I do have some artwork over here, but you can just find a wall that perhaps that will work for you. And so how you find this posture is you're going to come and sit beside the blanket. So you're going to sit with your tushy tush here. And then what you're going to do is use your hands like a kickstand and kind of guide yourself down, and you're transitioning and getting those legs up the wall here. And so you can scoot your tushy towards the wall and you can walk your shoulder blades in together, leaving those legs up the wall here. So we're getting this lovely counter stretch on the chest, right? We're switching that blood flow, bringing awareness here to our throat chakra. And here you can, if it feels good, you can tip the chin up, or you can bring the chin in towards the chest. So this is a beautiful variation, also a variation that we will do eventually. But if you're not feeling like you're in a space where doing the plow pose or a shoulder stand is going to work for your body, I suggest you just be here in a restorative legs up the wall. And our second variation, my beautiful friends, we're going to sit up, bring that beautiful blanket with us. As we bring that blanket with us, once again, and if you do not have a thick blanket, you're going to want to get a couple of blankets. So this one, my neck is a little wonky, so I'm actually going to grab one more blanket to make sure that I'm setting myself up for success. Because if you've ever done the plow pose and you finished and your neck was worse off than when you started, that would be because you did not have adequate support of your cervical vertebrae. And we want to be very mindful of this space. So we're going to grab these blankets. We're going to come down about a third of the mat. We're going to roll the top of the mat for the extra support. So if you see, I have quite a nice space here. We want at least 2 inches off of the earth here. And so what we're going to do is come to our booty, to our sit bones here. And we're going to, from the core, exhale the shoulders down, down, down. And if you have hair or ponytail, get yourself comfy. And so if you see, you want this beautiful space here. So your heart is feeling really, really open here. So the first posture that we're going to move into is very mindful. If you're newer at this practice, we can grab a chair, or we can grab a stool, whatever resonates with you. And so what we're going to do, you could put the chair here so you would have the base, the seat right here. So we're going to use our body to help us. So we're going to kind of from the tummy, you're going to inhale, lift up the body. And if it's a little heave ho to get there, that's okay. And wherever you are in this practice with your plow, bringing those legs up over the head, bringing the breath in, doing our best to walk our shoulder blades together. It may be in the practice and it may not. And wherever you are, there's no judgment here. Bringing that breath in to the throat and exhale. Sometimes this posture can feel amazing and great, and others it can be a little challenge. And knowing that wherever you are, as you breathe that love into your throat, exhale it out. So I'm almost imagining like I have an invisible chair here. Some yogis or practicers can bring their feet a little further depending on where you are in your practice. Maybe you can roll out your ankles. Show up and be where you are without judgment, with love, with an open heart, an open throat. And then from here, we're going to bring our awareness to our tailbone, to our tummy, and we're going to almost like tighten up all the muscles in between. So our first variation is the candlestick variation. So we have our arms are our kickstands. They're holding our sacrum, our lower breath. We're breathing that Ujjayi breath in. We're exhaling it out. We're breathing the healing effects that happen within our system, that we do need to be up here for at least a few minutes to get this switch of the flow of blood circulating. So bear with yourself. Be with your humanness. If it's feeling in your practice, you can inhale, tighten, 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 draw the belly up, draw the throat towards the chest. Inhale, finding that length in the body. If this is not feeling in your practice, you can come back to this beautiful candlestick variation, which you will still get the same healing benefits from. Exhaling, breathing healing into your throat. Exhaling it out. Really finding focus in the center of your throat. Right? It's almost like our shoulders, our feet here, they're supporting us here. Breathing that breath in. Exhaling it out.
And if your legs are up the wall, you just continue to breathe. Bring that awareness to the body. You're breathing it in. Exhaling it out. As here, we're going to take this gentle transition. A nice bend to the knees, or you can go back to that plow for a moment if that feels good. And then slowly and mindfully, you can bring your hands to the earth. And sometimes, it's prettier than others. And just take a moment here. We're going to put the heels onto the earth here. Maybe just take a moment. Give yourself a little counter posture, a little bridge as we inhale, squeezing through that root lock, drawing the hips up to the sky. Oh, feel that healing power, my beautiful friends. Breathe that breath. Exhale it out and slowly journey back down to the mat. What a beautiful posture. So take it slow. And so our goal is we're going to make it over to a wall. So we're doing it, we're moving it, we're grooving it. So we're going to slowly rise up, catch that energy, rise. Perhaps on our way up, we could hum, hold space for your throat. And we're going to meet by a wall. So we're going to unfold the mat. And I have these 2 blankets that are feeling very lovely and nice. Remember, removing any wrinkles. We're going to meet by a wall where you can get your legs up the wall. Grabbing your blankets and making your way over to that wall. And if you're already there, you can still stay here. It's a beautiful posture to be in for an extended period of time. So sitting your butt on those blankets, hands as your kickstands, slow transition as you move your way onto the back, legs go up the wall, bottom scooches up to the wall, as close as you can. Just taking a moment here, allowing the legs in a nice V. You can bring the hands to that throat or allow the hands to just lay flat with the palms up to the earth in a receiving motion. As we breathe in the healing color of blue into our throat, we exhale it out. And here just settling, bringing the awareness to the physical throat and what it actually feels like in this space, in this time, without judgment. Hold space here. Breathing love and awareness into your throat and letting it go. Softening down, bringing in that breath and letting it go. Giving so much gratitude to the space of communication here. Breathing that love in. Letting it go. And just slowly you can walk your feet together on the wall. And then we're just going to walk down. And however this works for you, if you can turn to a side and kind of pop up and get yourself up. Woo, right here. And we're going to meet laying on the mat. Beautiful friends. This is a lovely opportunity to bring our blankies. So as we said, meeting on the mat. So from the booties, I invite you to put those feet flat on the earth. And we're going to use our hands kind of like our kickstands. We're going to come back. We're going to come back, squeeze the shoulder blades together here. Allow the legs to lengthen long, soles of the feet pressing against an invisible wall here for a Matsya Andrasana, a lovely throat chakra, heart chakra opener together. So we're going to inhale, tip the chin up to the sky wherever you are. Exhale through that Ujjayi. Inhale wherever there's feeling pain or discomfort. Exhaling it out. Breathing it in. Holding space for your throat. And this might be a great challenge or might feel amazing wherever you are. It's your journey. And from here, you can allow the arms to lay long. I'm going to reach over here and grab a cozy blankie as we find ourselves in a Shavasana. So get yourself comfy and situated. Allow your legs to open like a starfish. You can bring that blankie up if you're feeling chilled. Perhaps you can bring your hands in awareness to that heart that connects to the throat here. As we bring our awareness to relaxation, we set the intention to heal, to balance, to let go of what is no longer serving us in our Vishuddha chakra. Bringing the breath that comes in through the nose and then exhales through that Vishuddha upper chest chakra. And allowing yourself to relax the top of your head and really melting the eyelids heavy, softening the cheekbones. And once again, with the awareness in the jaw and the throat, we're going to squeeze the jaw together, and then we're going to exhale that exhale, sighing Simhasana lion's breath with the tongue out. Open the jaw, knowing that your tongue is your space that brings out your communication all the way down to the vocal cords. So balling up perhaps the fist in the jaw, holding it in and allowing yourself to let go. And here we take the next few moments to soften, to surrender, to heal the space of communication, the communication lines with ourselves, and the communication lines with those around us. So place the music in the background, and you can lay here in your pose of surrender. If the thoughts are feeling very overwhelming, you can come back to that seed mantra, hum, hum. So we will go within stillness within ourselves, and I will call you out when it is time. Gently coming back down, coming back into your throats, coming back into your communication, coming back into the body. Maybe you can wiggle the jaw, move the fingertips, the toes, and when you feel ready, you can plant the feet below you and roll to a side. And you can use the head for support, or the elbow for support of the head. And here, hug your legs in. And within the eye of your mind, or you can whisper or speak these affirmations to yourself. I love you. I forgive you. I am grateful for you. I accept you just the way you are. I approve of you. I love you. I am grateful for you. I accept you just the way you are. I approve of you. I love you. And with your eyes closed, if you can, test your center of gravity. Use that top arm as a kickstand. If you're still feeling chilly, you can use that blanket. Find yourself in a seated posture. Find a little length in the spine. And together, we're going to bring our hands, we're going to rub them together with your eyes closed, almost like you're heating up. It's kind of chilly where I'm practicing, so I'm really heating up. And then we're going to hold space, open the hands over that throat chakra. We send love, we send healing, we send the ability to openly communicate from our hearts. We rise the hands up to the ears. We send this open ability to hear people. And hearing people is not always speaking back. Sometimes the best way to hear someone is not saying anything at all. Holding space here. And we will complete this practice with 3 ohms. So inhale into the heart. Bringing your hands to a Namaste Mudra, palms kissing palms to in front of that throat, and perhaps humbly tucking the chin. Maybe you can rest the thumbs a little under the collarbones and the pointer fingers or middle fingers under the chin. And here today in this beautiful class, we invite our throat chakra permission to let go of what is no longer serving us. We allow ourselves to be clear conduits of communication that speak our authentic, vulnerable truth from this space of love, from this space of healing. Namaste. Oh, my beauties, thank you so much for that practice. And I really invite you that throughout today, that you really bring that love and that healing and that awareness into this throat space. And if you haven't already, perhaps you could call on the healing power of the ocean. You could wear something blue today that can remind you to speak your truth from your heart. And remembering sometimes with our relationships and our communication, sometimes it's hearing without speaking. And sometimes that hearing involves maybe asking questions so we can deeper understand where that person that we love or that person that we're having a difference with is coming from. I'm so grateful for you. Namaste.